Hey everybody, thanks for having me. I'm calling in from NASA Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland, and I'm excited to tell you a little bit about how the Leader team has contributed to NASA's efforts to share moon science with the broadest possible public audiences. At least that's our goal. Leader is Lunar Environment and Dynamics for Exploration Research. And where Leader really fits in to the NASA Online world is on our Moon Content Hub. Next slide, please. This is a simple picture of a complicated reality. The Moon Content Hub is also supported by LRO and by broader planetary science funding, but Leader has provided key subject matter expert contributions that have really helped us fill some content gaps and answer questions that people are asking online. This website is intended for everybody. We write at about an 8th grade level because that's our rule of thumb for broad public facing content coming out of NASA. Next slide, please. We're answering questions like, what is the moon made of? How did the moon form? We're tackling topics like moon phases and eclipses, supermoons, tides, and we're also addressing questions specifically about the extreme environment at the moon. If the slides are advancing, I'm not seeing them from where I am. Let me know in the room if I'm okay. Awesome. Thank you. That's great. So the moon's extreme environment is a set of topics that Leader is so well positioned to help us address. Next slide, please. This year, we added a new explainer about the moon's atmosphere with lots of help from Dana Hurley and Parvati Prem and Bill Farrell. So thank you, subject matter experts. These add to a list of earlier Leader-supported pages. We have a page about what is moonlight, what's going on with albedo, what color is the moon. We're talking about weather on the moon. We're talking about the solar wind environment, and it was excellent to be able to add the atmosphere explainer to this list. So far, as of my last check a few days ago, just these articles that Leader subject matter experts have directly contributed to have racked up almost 243,000 page views. Next slide, please. And that number is ticking up all the time. You'll see here that I'm pulling these metrics from a couple of places. I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute. But I can say with great confidence that this content is getting out there. The people who are asking these questions are finding the answers from the pages that the Leader team has helped to create. Next slide, please. So not only are these Leader-supported pages answering specific questions, they're also part of a bigger picture. They're strengthening our larger effort to make all kinds of basic moon science information easily available in a really approachable way from this authoritative source. So let's zoom out a little bit and look at the big picture that Leader is helping to enable. Next slide, please. We'll look first at our site traffic through 2023. So what we're tracking here is unique page views across NASA Moon websites from Google Universal Analytics. Our team took over managing this website in 2020, and you can see that we've had dramatic growth in traffic year over year since that time. We've been working with a great team to develop new content, to answer questions that people are asking, to work on our user experience, and we were seeing results of that. In 2024, a few complicated things happened. The picture got a bit less easy to measure. That's life, right? One thing that happened is all of the content, all of NASA Moon, actually, let me walk that back. Most of NASA's Moon content migrated into a totally new system. Different capabilities, some really exciting new capabilities, also some lost functionality where we have to rebuild and rework and rethink the way that we're presenting this content. Now, when you have a big change like that, you want to measure across the change, right? It just so happens that at about the same time, Google changed its analytics system. So Universal Analytics went away and a new system, GA4, came online. Maybe some of you in the room have been on this same little roller coaster with me. And so our measuring tools changed at the same time as our infrastructure changed. So what do we do with that? Next slide, please. And let's skip to the next one. Thanks. So we no longer have access to the same key performance indicator we were using before. We can't see that unique page views number. We changed to a different KPI. Next slide, please. So the alternate KPI that we can use to compare in a more apples to apples way across all these transitions is just total page views. And that's what you are looking at in the second table on the bottom of the slide here. We see that tracking total page views, the trend is really similar to when we track unique page views. We see dramatic growth through 2023. In 2024, we see a significant dip. That is expected with the scale of infrastructural change that we had on the website. Users experience friction, stuff is moving. We expect to see a dip. In 2024, there was also a Great American Solar Eclipse. And so some of the traffic that we do see there is likely from that, really is certainly from that very high traffic event. Now, in an imaginary world where all the other variables stay the same, we might then expect that we build back up to even greater levels of traffic that were not attainable in the old system. Like that's the goal. However, real life is a bit more complicated. And we're building back up more slowly. One complicating factor is we've gone from a team of 5 to a team of 2. And so we're not generating new content the way that we were before. We're more focused on finishing that web modernization process and making sure our user experience is as good as it can be, catching news updates. And those priorities are where we're mostly focused right now. Okay, next slide, please. Leader is also contributing to a big picture that includes International Observe the Moon Night. We host the websites for this program as well. And this year, Observe the Moon Night is taking place on October 4th. You are invited. If you want to join, you will probably be in really good company. We estimate that last year, about 1.3 million people participated in 127 countries. So next slide, please. Yeah, if you want to join in, you'll most likely be observing with many people all around the world. And there's that date again for you, October 4th. With that, I will wrap it up and say again a huge thanks. Next slide, please. To our subject matter experts, the 3 who helped with the moon's atmosphere explainer are at the top: Dana Hurley, Parvati Prem, and Bill Farrell. OJ Tucker, John Keller, and Liam Morrissey also gave key input on those previous articles. The Moon Web team is just me and V right now, but we have had invaluable contributions from Tracy Vogel, Molly Washer, and Andrea Jones over the years, and we could not do it without the Moorbeck team on the web development side. Thanks to all of our funders. Thanks everybody for making this possible. That's it for me.